Trevor Phillips has outdone himself. In his latest article for The Sun, Rupert Murdoch's cherished mudslinging newspaper, the Sky News presenter offers a clean defense of Sophie Shenduka, while casually dismantling Prince Harry's reputation. The piece is riddled with omissions, twisted timelines, and unspoken allegations and alliances, all delivered with the smug assurance of a man who no longer believes in accountability. Let us begin with the most dangerous deception. Trevor Phillips wants you to believe that Prince Harry brought Sophie Shenduka back to Sentebale. He did not do that. This is Majesty, Sussex Report. I'm Antonio. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us. The role of board chair was not offered by Prince Harry. It was outsourced to an external agency which proposed Sophie Shenduka. The board accepted. Harry, still a patron and tireless fundraiser, did not handpick her. He did not seek her out. He did not ask her to return. The appointment came through the formal governance process, not through the Duke, as Phillips would like us to believe. Philip also assures us, his readers, that Sophie helped to build the reputation and funding through her network of African contacts. Sentebale flourished. She stepped down in 2015, believing that the work was in good hands. He assures us her first time around, if it wasn't for her, Sentebale would not be anything at all. Mr. Phillips, pardon-moi, Sir Phillips, where do we sign the petition for sainthood for Saint Sophie? And more to the point, Prince Harry never stepped back from Sentebale. That line in Phillips' article is not just misleading, it is a lie. Prince Harry has remained Sentebale's number one fundraiser, contributing over 1.5 million pounds from the proceeds of his memoir, Spare, and that's just one. His global profile has brought attention and resources to the charity for nearly 2 decades. Not Sophie. No Harry, probably no Sentebale. Phillips' article is little more than a PR hit job, or perhaps cleanup in aisle 4. he platformed Shanduka on Sky News to air unsubstantiated accusations. Then within days, he published a follow-up column in The Sun, the bastion of truth and holistic and journalistic integrity, The Sun, parroting her claims, minimizing her failings, and casting Harry as a destabilizing force. What a farce. In doing so, Philip omitted that Sophie appointed Ian Rawlinson to the board, a man linked to Prince William. That Rawlinson is to be paid by the charity, allegedly. That Prince Cecil, Harry's co-founder, also stepped down because all of this glare seems to be only on one person. That donors and trustees lost confidence during Shanduka's tenure. Let's not mention that at all. Let's not mention that all of this officially started when the board asked her to step down. She refused to do so. Said she would sue. The board resigned. Nothing about that in his Cleanup in Aisle 4 article. Also, when pressure mounted, because you see, blaming Prince Harry, not everyone was buying it. So then Shanduka pivoted to blame enemy of the state, most evil woman that ever existed, the one that a certain mindless person in the United Kingdom would like to see her paraded naked on the streets of every town. Let's see who that person is. Yes, you got it right. Meghan, the black biracial woman, the one whose sin was to marry into the royal family and not be a submissive, mindless, brainless idiot. First, Harry was a bully. Then he was a man controlled by Meghan. Which one is it, folks? The contradiction doesn't matter to the media when it comes to attacking the Sussexes. It's a pattern. And Phillips played his part to perfection. To perfection. And draping it all in borrowed African proverbs, Trevor Phillips positions himself as a sage elder, invoking wisdom while peddling spin. But when he avoids questioning royal ties, when he remains silent on this board appointee and pretends to be impartial while writing for Murdoch's tabloid, we must ask, whose interest is he really serving? Do we know? Does anyone know? Because it's not the public's, it's not the truth. So whose interest is he serving? This is not a one-off. You see, Trevor Phillips has said there is no such thing as racism in the United Kingdom. You see, Trevor thinks he's white. Maybe he is. Not sure. He downplayed the relentless abuse Meghan Sussex received. Even while individuals were jailed for plotting against her family, against the little Prince Archie baby, he reaffirms to the United Kingdom they don't have a problem. The problem is her. She has a problem. He has made Islamophobic statements, and he publicly was running to kneel down in front of Prince William to receive a trinket, these little medley things over his neck. Fanfare. You see, he remembers that he's black only when it's convenient. He speaks of charity governance but forgets the ethics of journalism. He is not an observer of power. He is a participant. Let's call this what it is. It's collusion, propaganda, media manipulation designed to undermine Prince Harry and protect those closer to the crown. Trevor Phillips, if he had 1 ounce of dignity in him left, should resign. Sky News should reevaluate his presence. The Sun should retract his unethical column. And the British public should wake up. But none of that will happen. None of it. Not one little bit of it. We are not just watching a smear campaign against Prince Harry and Meghan. It's been going on for 8 years now. We are witnessing the complete collapse of journalistic integrity. And Trevor Phillips is holding the match. He should be fired. Fired. This is not an impartial journalist. This is a man angling for favor, proximity to whiteness, power. His silence on Wallisan royal connections, deafening. His refusal to interrogate why Sophie Shanyuka continues to receive uncritical media support, for the most part, it's inexcusable. His selective memory about Prince Harry's financial and emotional contributions to Sentebale, disqualifying. Let's be honest. Let's be real honest. This is not journalism. It's courtier behavior. Phillips positions himself as the wise elder invoking African proverbs. Please. When elephants fight, the grass suffers. But he conveniently forgets that in this scenario, he is the one trampling the truth. His loyalty is not to the public, nor to the children in Lesotho, still living with HIV/AIDS. nor to the profession of journalism, but to the machinery that seeks to vilify Harry and Meghan at every turn. Trevor Phillips has a platform, he has power, and he used it not to hold the powerful to account, but to protect them. This is not a clash of egos. It's a pattern of institutional sabotage. A black woman like Sophie Shanduka is useful to the system when she blames Meghan, when she blames Harry. A journalist like Trevor Phillips is useful when he parrots palace lines and pretends racism is a myth. And Prince Harry is punished again and again for daring to leave the fold and for loving a woman who refused to play the game and be a mindless idiot. The truth is somewhere, right? I am not a journalist and I can figure out the damn truth. I can do it. If I can do it, why can't he? Sentebale's soul was corrupted by the very people now being protected by Trevor Phillips. And his silence on the facts, especially when coupled with his history of minimizing racism, promoting Islamophobia, and positioning himself as a trusted black voice, is unforgivable. He remembers he's black only when it's convenient. He remembers the truth only when it serves him. Only when it serves him. He should be boycotted. He should be remembered not as a journalist, but as an accessory to a system built on gaslighting, propaganda, and racial double standards. Trevor Phillips has burnt the last remnant of his credibility. He should be fired. But none of that will happen. You see, Trevor Phillips is of a certain kind, a certain personality. I've studied this, you see. So I'm not talking out of my, you know what. What I say, I've researched. What I say has validity to it. It's an opinion, but it's not coming out from nowhere. See, his type of personality, often found within post colonial black and brown communities, is shaped by generations of inherited reverence towards whiteness and colonial power structures, born into households where British institutions were seen as the pinnacle of success and civility. This individual internalizes, often unconsciously, the belief that proximity to whiteness equals validation. In many cases, this person is highly educated, well spoken, and outwardly successful. They're often awarded titles and accolades by those very institutions, which only deepens their psychological loyalty. They weigh they see themselves as bridge builders or pragmatic insiders. But the truth is more complicated, you see. They're often deeply invested in maintaining their position within a system that was never designed for them to lead, only to serve. or to parade around as symbols of progress. People like him are rarely radical. They prefer incremental change, if any at all. They may dismiss or undermine more outspoken Black voices as divisive or unhelpful. They can be scathing towards their own communities, quick to call out perceived flaws while remaining remarkably silent or even protective when it comes to systemic white power. The underlying belief that survival and even excellence requires alignment. You see, you must align with the power, not confrontation. That criticism of the system threatens their hard earned seat at the table. He's got a seat at the table. He doesn't realize when he's not there, they all laugh. Look at him. Look at the Black man. Nice little puppy. In essence, they are the loyalist of proximity, rewarded for compliance, paraded as proof of progress, and tragically disconnected from their own people and movements that should be the center of their truth, the center of their justice. It should be the center of their collective dignity over personal elevation. But that's what matters to people like Trevor Phillips. His personal elevation is much more important. Sad. Saddens me. Writing this today brought me no joy because I should be looking at him as an elder, as an example. And he's nothing more than a shameful puppet. This is your legacy, sir. Shame on you. Well, thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and hope it brought some light. Hope you have a better understanding, perhaps. And for us to not take what people that we may put on a pedestal or as examples of our community to believe everything that they say. They might have other alternative as to why they say what they say and do what they do. For us to always be analytical and critical of the people who are telling us what to think is quite important. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed today's episode and you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. It helps the channel. Thumbs up, please. And leave a comment if you wish to do so. Not all comments will be published, of course. And thank you if you want to continue to support this channel. There's different ways of also supporting the channel financially. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Love you. Take care. Until we speak again. Bye for now.